usually brings life to a landscape, but when a monsoon hits, that water becomes a chaotic, destructive force. Today, we are going to break down Alfreda de Silva's poem, Mansoon. Before we begin, make sure you have your textbook open to Lesson 3, along with a pencil and an eraser. If you follow these steps with me, you will be able to easily find every answer hidden right there in the text. Let's turn to page 22 and look at the first stanza. The poet asks where the fish go when the monsoon thunders on the water. She writes that the foam churns like milk. In a heavy storm, the rain stirs up the river so violently that the frothy white water actually looks like boiling milk. Right from the first lines, the poem establishes the extreme, overwhelming power of the water. Moving to the second stanza, the focus shifts upward. We read about high winds, birds hiding, and trees falling. The poem is grounded in reality. The high winds of a monsoon easily snap heavy branches and uproot entire trees across open fields. In the third stanza, the storm reaches the people. The rain comes through the thatch, which is a traditional roof made of tightly packed dry straw or grass. When a monsoon floods a village with these traditional thatch roof houses, the water level can rise right up to the windows. The poet says these floods creep on them like thieves. Rising water is often silent, sneaking up in the dark, and stealing people's homes before they can react. Notice how the poem builds. It starts with fish in the water, moves up to the birds and trees in the air, and finally hits the human beings on the ground. Now turn to page 23. At the top, the word note section lists the key terms we just covered. You can see the definitions for churn, hide, and thatch. Keep these fresh in your mind for the exercises. Moving to section E, comprehension, we will use a scanning technique. Instead of guessing, we use hints to locate exact answers. For question 1, it asks what the poem is about. Based on what we read, tick the box for monsoon. Based on the title and everything we just read, tick the box for monsoon. Look at question 10. The book gives you an explicit hint. Stanza 1, line 5. If you scan back to that exact line, you'll find the poet compares the foam to milk. Good comprehension relies on tracing facts back to specific lines in the text, rather than relying on memory. Let's flip to the final page, page 24, to complete the post-reading exercises. In section 1, we need rhyming words. For wind, you could write find or kind. For rain, you might use train or pain. For section 2, scan each row carefully to circle the correct spelling. You'll identify flood, monsoon, thunder, churn, and foam. Down in section 3, match the adjectives in the box to the nouns. For example, you have a rainy season, a tall tree, and a heavy flood. Finally, in section 4, number the lines in chronological order based on when they appear in the poem. The heavy rain on water is 1, the trees falling in the wind is 2, and the rain coming through the thatch is 3. Completing these exercises locks in the new vocabulary and reinforces the chronological sequence of the storm. Look at pages 23 and 24 now. You have completely filled out the workbook for this lesson. You successfully decoded poetic similes and practiced scanning text to extract precise information. Your final task is to read the poem out loud to a family member so you can hear the natural rhythm of the words. Great job working through these steps. You are completely prepared for your next English chapter.